How strange. I certainly didn't put them there. The trash collection service, CS Municipal.
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who I...
On Clinton Street, near the Boogie Street Diamond, a small truck rattles down an alleyway. It's...
Thank you anyway.
Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I think fugue states are more your forte. Yes?
The clowns are still hanging around. Fuck! I knew that fucking whore couldn't be trusted.
For the record, Titus Hardy.
Oh, shut up and stay out of this, Liz.
She's just in denial, asshole. You do not...
Yeah, she's crazy, you know. A crazy...
Lawman, I'm at the end of my god...
His hands become...
And you went and put...
Hit you.
Titus Hardy.
Sucks goddamn. No one tells you to put...
Everett personally sent me to take care of this.
The room is so quiet you...
Look.
Someone has to rush in to break the tension. The second in...
Show it to him, T.
Here, jerkwad. Listen to this shit. And then come back and tell me the soldier of the apocalypse was... You don't care about evidence.
Fix, T. They don't care about getting...
I won't be on your bulletin board. If you don't listen to the tape, we got nothing to talk. You think we go into this shit deaf and dumb. You are... We have machines. We're in logistics.
Understood?
Since way before their...
Things got nice and quiet.
It's not advanced. You just hold up in a...
Don't put yourself down, Angus. It's...
Yeah, man.
What's on it? We call it the door gun.
I'm sure we can find a tape player.
Where can I listen to this?
Yeah, play it with your...
I'm sure we can find a tape player.
Your room had one. Or maybe it's too broke.
Don't forget your tape, lawman. Compliments of Titus Hardy. You do that. Oh, and keep it. Maybe you'll...
The room is... Get further in there.
What the fuck is this? You wanna fuck with me?
His eyes narrow. This guy's tough. Get that. What do you think you're doing? You hear? I can do this all. Do not explain or defend yourself. Attack. Good. The twitch in his eye replies. I've beaten him. With begrudging respect, he leans back. The room...
Yeah? What about you do that, lawman? Again.
Good one, Ty.
Yeah, lawman.
Not in the arrest.
A fearful red by your side, while the little rat-faced man reaches into his sleeve.
Look, coppers. I know you think you're doing your job here.
That's an Easter 50. A Ziemsk-made monstrosity. It'll blow your head. The last thing you hear is a little murmur. Not a blast. Not an echo. No one screams. It's...
The clowns are still hanging around. What is it now? Again? Yeah, whatever. Fuck!
For the record,
Oh, shut up and...
She's just in denial.
Yeah, she's crazy, you know.
Lawman.
His hands become...
And you win.
Hit you.
Titus Hardy.
Success. Goddamn. No,
Everett, personally.
the room is so cool.
Look, Copper. Show it to him, T.
Here, jerkwad. Listen to this shit. And then come back and tell me. You don't care.
Pigs, T. They don't care about...
I won't be on your bulletin board. If you don't listen to the tape, we got nothing to talk about. You think we go... We have...
Understood?
Since way before...
Things got nice and quiet after.
It's not advanced.
Don't put your...
Yeah, man. You're like a radio genius or something.
Don't forget your tape, lawman. You do that. Oh.
You stare at the great door gun. The compact tape player. There's no fixing this one. Fuck is that?
This would have been very helpful. My kinema only comes with radio. Let's try to...
Kim also tries not to look at the pile of tape. The man is finding it hard not to trip on the tape, where unidentifiable sludge makes it hard for him to breathe. Smells of vomit in here. He takes a step to...
Hello, a tape. We have boom boxes for sale that will play it. Check the shelves.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest. Big men on big horses, clad in lamella armor and carrying flintlocks.
Franco-Nigerian knights. I used to be very serious about these guys.
They're not all blue. These figurines also wear gold.
Which ones? Ah, those. Yes,
This set of soldiers isn't meant to look impressive.
you're probably talking about. I think their poverty has been exaggerated for effect. When you place them next to the royalists, it doesn't seem like they could possibly win. Okay. I don't like either set too much, to be honest.
Everything you pick out seems faded, chipped, and sad somehow. Most of them are... typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted floor and table lamps.
Yes,
His manner is casual, but his speech is careful, measured.
it was brought to me.
We are not here to investigate. You have to admit it's rather clever what he's done with it.
700 real.
A bargain? No, it's not. He's trying to sweet-talk you into buying trash.
There's also the matter of rewiring, but the most important transformation is the light's placement among ordinary indoor fixtures, which has adjusted its morphological field. The light became suitable for...
The light pole has been carefully cut, and the wiring has been redone and attached to a standard indoor plug. The light... Wow, a very large red t-shirt with... Oh yeah, the print depicts a muscled man striding toward you, a giant sword in each hand, encircled by burning embers.
It's the man from Hendal.
walking away from his burning village. Yeah. Huh? Oh, I see. That's tough, man. In fact.
Hendal isn't a real place.
Neither is the man a real man, of course. But both the man and...
Smells like worn cotton with a...
Sniffing is okay. But please don't try anything on. I mean, even if the man from...
Okay.
You sound skeptical. It's... Besides, I've been to Kotla. Though not quite...
Stop talking about this nerd stuff. It will make you weedy.
2 real.
That's dirt cheap.
But why? I suppose that makes sense, yes.
Typical Martinez. The boomboxes on the shelf look well. One especially catches your eye. Just make sure it works before you buy it.
Sorry, man. I can't be giving out freebies. Absolutely. I've tested each one myself with recordings of speech. Is the Harman Welshi W2. Made in Vespa. Designed in Seoul. Play a discount?
A man like that in a neighborhood like this. And careful, you can only do this once.
Actually, yes. Let's. 8 is an even better number than 12. And here you are. Quality sound reproduction on the go.
The porter reel is just what you needed. The real...
This isn't Revachol. This is a fucking village. I can almost see the elephants.
The harbor.
When this shit is done, I'm gonna tear that place up. Soldier of the Apocalypse style. Kill shit. Gonna run a room, Cordy. A real nice. I'll fucking do them all in. Rape that disco cunt on the counter. Never did get that taste out of my mouth.
The lieutenant presses the button marked Arrête on your porter reel. The tape stops spinning.
End of recording. Corty could be short for Cortenar, one of the other mercenaries, the one he was talking to. A village on the Samaran Isola, in South Safre. Who knows? Maybe the tattoos would have an answer. We would need to know the story of this man, sir. It seemed authentic enough. Probably recorded off the shortwave. then edited to seem more incriminating. He sounded like he was on patrol around the harbor walls. Still, I think we've got a few more questions for class here, don't you?
As you take out the tape, the boombox tunes itself. The same small, heavy door. The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight. You give...
Through the kitchen door.
Officer, it's a fine day for questions.
She puts her coffee cup down with a soft...
Did he? I never said he was a good man. Where...
It's intercepted radio chatter of the deceased.
Yeah. That was practically his pickup line.
A memory surfaces in her...
Did he say whores a lot? Was he pretty much on the verge of doing it Cohoy style? He liked the way it sounded when he said it. As to Ko, he wasn't actually there. He didn't do a tour, or at least didn't tell me he did. Would have been overkill anyway. He lived his own little Cohoy. It was...
Yes, was he bright?
Oh no, I'm pretty sure he did all those things. Then integrated them into his idea of normalcy. To keep on living. Until they just... sort of running joke. I was gonna say running joke. And it sounds like you didn't even get the good bits. He was like the Seminoles conflict, the Kohoi massacre, and the 36 famine in Yezud all rolled into one person, then cast in Orani. We're all scraping up any happiness we can find off.
Did he tell you he had actually done?
No. We were too busy laying waste to our own nervous systems to direct any of the fury outward.
Thank you for clearing that up, miss. Whenever you're...
She takes a very small sip of her coffee.
Like, for example, his name?
Actually, officer,
A nickname?
I guess. He came from Lelystad. It's short for that. And it was his army name, apparently.
Lelystad. We have a few questions you can help us with.
The young woman cranes her neck, trying to catch a glimpse of the page the lieutenant passed.
Oh, that. Sure. Service history. How? Imagine him. He's smoking and drinking. And the woman goes like, "What was this, baby?" And he says, "That was too hardcore. Don't ask me about that." So she goes. And so it goes. Star after star. Port. Oh, yeah. No, thank you. I've seen enough of him dead.
Go on.
He was a blue-eyed boy with thick arms, from a small town. He was also poor, and the government of Oranje needed some people killed. He went to Killer Academy in Vredefort. Then he killed some people in the Seminine Islands. And on other islands, too. All of the islands. After this, he came to Revachol. Change of topic, perhaps? In Oranje,
Oranje?
You were almost right, officer. That means his race was Occidental, not Mondial. I'll update the form.
Yes.
Did that bring you together?
No. He was too old for that. And from another part of Oranjenrijk. I didn't...
Sex, speed, and violence.
He was 42.
42? Are you sure?
He had many scars that made him appear old. We even celebrated his birthday, like, some weeks ago.
We were slightly off then. Thank you for clearing it up.
A miss. The adversary one.
Yes. Light blue. Pardon the swearing. I do him an injustice. He wasn't ugly.
He had a combat wound? On his...
Yes. Severe. It made...
Ah, yes.
It was light brown. Almost blonde. He dark... It very well could... What do I mean? I have no idea. That's not funny, officer.
Her voice is like a slash through the air.
A moment ago it was love. And no, I don't think they're not hardcore in that way.
I think she's just tired. She doesn't know what you meant by that. And can you blame her?
All right.
Coolly, gracefully, she pours herself more coffee. She looks back. Don't worry. We will protect you. You are advised. There are muscles on long white bones. Miss Oranje Disco Dancer. You want to put your hand on her back. And the strange moment ends. The same small, heavy door.
Another thing. Great. Why? No, fuck it. I don't want to know. I don't want to know why these degenerates do... Yeah, well, she's not a guest.
What?
We were just paying you a compliment. And good thing that guest pays for her stuff on time. I'll forward her the bill and be done with it. Was there anything else? Yes. Thanks. I hope you found... How strange. I certainly didn't put them there. The trash collect...
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last.
Can I help you? Thanks. I hope you... How strange. Sylvie had the keys. The trash collect...
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal.
On Clinton's.
Thank you anyway.
Yes.
The man ponders. He looks up at you. Shrugging is an international sign for... You see a heavy... The door does... The challenge. The steel doesn't even... Now you're Okay. It was a challenge. And you failed. What now? Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling-height window. The hawthorn branches. There's a yellow ribbon tied to one of the branches. Light yellow, faded with time.
I don't know.
Huh? Sorry, fucko. Looks like you're gonna have...
With a loud thud, the old man stands up. Push. The key is brass. Workshop spare is...
Come on, man. We would...
I'm tired of listening to your shit.
Didn't even know it was there.
No idea.
Never even seen it. Someone must have hidden it there before.
Off yourself. Make it up to me, cop. I still got my money on that.
The clowns are still hanging around. What is it now? Anne.
He tenses immediately. Chest tightened.
That fucking fucker.
You caught him off balance. Push, and he will give way.
Locker room talk. What did she have to say then? Fine by her? This is what people are supposed to be like? Fucking whoop-de-doo.
Yes. In fact...
Funny. Right. Oh, fucking right.
Please try to control yourself.
Okie dokie. This is just perfect.
Women are crazy. Irrational. That's what you're thinking, right? Or...
I already told you.
The man is slow.
Come on, Titus. The stakes are too high here. They will...
You know what? Next time you see her...
This...
That lion skin...
Yeah.
On the floor, beer drips out of the...
What is this quiet funeral shit?
Why do we make it 40, huh? Why do we make...
100 beers? Now we're talking. Hoppity hop over here.
The window might be closing. The more beers they get in them, the less cooperative they will be. The room. It get further.
What the fuck?
His eyes. This guy's. What do you think you'll do? I can do this. Do not explain or defend yourself. Attack.
Probably.
The moment ends. With begrudging respect. Whoa. In your hand. Parolidon. What a funny little cat. Don't... The container is warm to the touch. Or is that just the... What is he? Your mother? Is Kim... You suck a minuscule drop of extremely chemicals. It tastes like many things. Of course, it's just a metaphor. This warmth. It makes you want to share your discovery. Already you can tell you're going to be slurping.
It's you again. What is it?
Clausia is playing them like a fiddle. Tell them how bad they got played, and they'll tell you the truth. There are many ways to go about it. All of them really good.
The fucking what now? You mean the barman?
Yeah, we're all very...
Yeah, cock carousel.
Boss, I think he means a joyride made of sucker.
Yeah. Thanks for bringing a new word in my...
Boss, I think he's just gonna keep saying cock carousel. Sounds like you're on some kind of carousel
No, he's not. Officer, look at me. I need to see if your face is drooping.
Yeah, you don't look so good. It's you again. What is it?
Clausia is playing them.
The fucking what now? You mean the barman? What are you? It.
Yeah, we're all...
Yeah.
Boss.
Yeah.
Boss, I think he's just gonna keep saying cock carousel.
You feel something in your chest, an unnatural pressure. It's spreading to your left arm, your jaw. Don't think this is a sign of anything other. All you feel is pain and weakness. You have to surrender now. Cop suffers final heart attack. A detective lieutenant of the RCM passed away yesterday. His death, though abrupt, did not come as a...
It's you again. What is it?
Clausia is playing them like a fiddle. Tell them how bad they got played, and they'll tell you the truth.
What fucking story?
A story that fits the...
No, there is no story. I didn't. Let's not...
No, don't listen to him. This is gold stuff. Now
So you got played.
Good. You got his attention. Now rewarded with a
Yes, a miniature train set. The point is...
You need to man up. And take charge, little guy.
Thank you. I'll try. Please understand.
Sure. Benaclard. I'll agree.
This man would rather live in a fantasy world where he isn't a complete loser. You need to be more forceful the next time. You see a heavy... You immediately feel drawn. The key fits the dimple lock. It dust rises before you like... No. Smells like... This small elevator is dimly smells of nougat and sweat. The maintenance card under the control panel reads, last maintenance, 10th June.
That it does. I say, let's brave it. No, it was maintained in 88 of the previous century. No, I think the bureaucrats just forgot about this backroom elevator after the revolution.
There are large rectangular buttons. Monter, descendre.
Seems like a small freight elevator for transporting machinery.
You clearly see footprints in...
Jackpot. These, unlike everything else here, 3 weeks maximum from the dust coverage. It could easily have been one. It was a stereo investigation after all. It has now converged with our main investigation.
Large prints, most likely made by boots. Everything around you is quiet. The prints crisscross.
It means someone snuck through what seems like a secret route. Behind...
You can almost see the
You can barely see through. Better not to jump. The footprints on the floor, however.
boring footprints. You lean closer to the peephole instinctively. This is the barred door you tried to kick in before. The door shudders a bit, as though...
Unless we've veered off into a folded M dimension, I'm expecting to stay.
Officer? Yeah? It is.
The lieutenant makes a note in.
I did not. Mystery solved then. I kept wondering where it led.
There may be more to this mystery at some later time. She's holding.
Huh.
She's straight. She feels like quarry, encircled.
A peephole?
Yes, looking into your bedroom, miss.
Okay.
It gets her fear and discuss mood.
Do you think this is somehow connected to me? Okay. Do you have...
Unfortunately, no. But if I were to guess, long enough. The perforation is under the bookshelf on your wall. It should not be hard to cover with some tape.
Shit. I don't know. I'll be fucking covering it up with a lot of tape, that's for sure. Was there anything else? Okay. I'm glad someone's... Mm-hmm. All right.
All these mesmerizing machines, just waiting to be... Feels like it might jump back to life any moment. The lights illuminating.
You can't fire them up. They are broken.
What a dumb name. Royalist Pinball. If they weren't broken, he would...
Some kind of inane pinball theme.
The lieutenant grimaces, looking at the machines.
No, I love it. I love pinball. Who doesn't love pinball? Let's move on.
It's strange that he doesn't like pinball. Kim here is a...
Us? Guys? Seoul is an extremely protectionist Isola, inaccessible to the rest of mankind. But even I know that they don't play pinball. They have a rigid class society and a punitive justice system. We should continue with our... No, they are not. Let's move on. There's more... No.
Another thing. Great. What wall? I'll have it fixed at once. Thank you for letting me...
The color has drained from it. What a shame. To fix such a good peephole.
Absolutely not. Fuck you for even implying it. It wasn't me. It wasn't...
Sir, he was only...
Yes, I absolutely will. Sorry. Thank you. I'll patch it up personally. Was there something else about the establishment? Oh, okay, well...
He's really holding himself back here.
Okay, what is back there? Yes, haha. What's actually behind there? Ha! I knew it. I've always wondered where those machines by the door came from. I knew it. Were there any back there? In working order, I mean. No, I was just wondering if you found pinball machines there. No, but we could diversify. It wouldn't hurt to get a little life in here. Other than the... Oh, okay.
He's really...
Okay, what is back there? Ha! I knew it. Were there any back there? No, I was just... Those machines are whirling property. But if it makes you... It wouldn't hurt to get a little life in here. Oh, okay.
He's really
Okay, what is back there? Ha! I knew it. Were there any back there? No, I was just wondering. Capitalist plot. It wouldn't hurt to get a little life in here. Other than the... Yes?
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time? Aggressive? You make your lip...
So you were spying on that. We've talked to Evrard Claire. We know who did...
Listen, you Morrilinton lackeys. You're a mob, enforcing the unlawful privatization of Revachol. So ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders.
Fuck yeah.
Look, a comedian. Do your job. Aggressive.
So we've talked to Evrard Claire.
Listen, you...
Fuck yeah.
So ask what you came to ask, or get sober. Do your job. Ask your questions, and get what you want. Obviously, I'm a lawyer.
It's clear you like the hard stuff, bro. Evening falls. The vows are blurred and flesh. Lower intestine? The term is fascism, brota. Many things, but it's mostly about trusting your gut. Who does your gut tell you is the source of Revachol's problems? Yes, women, men of war. You don't like them. They're insane. Their idiocy needs to be scrubbed off this. That's what fascism boils down to. The rest is also important. But the main thing is that stomach truth. You're having a stomach because you've said the hard things that others won't say. The good things, you've said them many times. Okay, yes, let's call it that. You're going to keep your views, right? Keep your for the nation smart. Best not to mention the women too often. That's why you're the head. Of course you are, Bruta.
It's you again. What is it? Again.
Good one, Ty.
About fucking time.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by heavy workers' boots with reinforced toes and hobnails. 8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud. 1 standard work boot, Steel reinforced toes, number 46. Just like Titus was wearing in his boot. Is it? They didn't even bother to change boot. 2. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 44. 3. Hobnailed work boot, steel reinforced. 4. Standard work boot, number 45 or 46. 5. Another standard work. 6. Light as air, same make of boot, but number 41. Small like a rat, better late than never detect. 7. The glowing outline of a standard work boot, number 46. 8. Another standard work boot, number 44. There's an aberration in the pattern of the sole.
7 said that's all? Interesting.
A leader like Titus doesn't let one of his guys out of sight easily, especially at a time like this.
Interesting. Let's name it the Old Soul. I wouldn't be surprised if this was the missing heart with a piece of sandpaper glued to the throttle. Which means that the missing lady driver was also present at the lynching? That's it. She's the Old Soul. Now we know who's the missing 8th person at the lynching. Do you think that Hardy and his boys could also be involved in the drug? We should start with Titus Hardy. See what he's got to say on the matter. This might throw them 200. This could be the combined weight of 2 people, one carrying the other who's...
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
Possibly, yes. I'm guessing that's the skinny Hardy boy. The one... Yes, well, he did look a bit like... I could still be wrong, but I'm probably not. No, these prints are pretty standard. The ones in the dust looked custom. Or maybe they're just a foreign design. A week, maybe? 7 days would fit.
It is not
I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Havashon.
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would...
I don't know. They're about the same size. Not the same boots, no, but they could be the same person. What do I think? A mob of people brought something heavy to the tree. Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction.
Indeed. They all...
So far, so good. Only one thing.
Of course, there were 8 tracks. But then...
Mm-hmm. Which one is missing, do you think? Yes. I doubt the Hardys.
It's you again. What is it? Like hell you have. There is...
We'll do that. The person driving it was present at the hanging. It was one of you.
The thought forms in your head, like a lightning strike branching in the sky.
Thank you. You're right, Titus. There is no...
That's a mighty interesting theory. I get...
Yeah, man.
You would need good, trustworthy people to take their place, of course. Hardy men to run such a monopoly. For boo fucking who?
Yeah, that's what the labor movement...
Theoretically, of course.
Not quite yet, Mr. Hardy. There were...
My answer is...
And here...
I know! Fatty walked on all fours.
Despite everything.
Go fuck your mom.
That's more like it, boys. You heard him. It was Angus on all fours.
What are you talking about, madman? There's no eighth Hardy boy. Or what? You...
Actually, boss, we've been talking and we think she could maybe...
She? So there's an eighth?
Shut the fuck up, Glenn!
So let me get this straight. There is an...
That's right. We're not talking about this. You're not cops here. Don't go digging around if you don't want to...
Good. We are all watching each other. Officer, your question.
It's you again. What is it?
Clausia is playing them like a fiddle. Tell them how bad they got played, and they'll tell you the truth. There are many ways to go about it. All of them really good.
No, we fucking ain't, asshole. No one...
No, Glenn. I want to hear this. Who do you think is fucking fiddling me?
Oh, you want more good options? Here we go. So good.
Do we?
Did he just call you a pussy boy?
No. He's just playing his viola da gamba. Before becoming... Time to move to more serious matters. Like what
Like hell it is!
First he tries to kill himself, and now this?
It can't be good, boss. You...
I do not understand. This fiddle play totally fell apart.
Still here. Stuck in this damn jam, my man. What's up?
Ease into it. Don't go too far.
You really are the law, aren't you?
That all the beans you got, Tommy? Damn. Your best...
That's brutal, man.
No. Stop. He's already mortified.
That's,
In the name of God, what are you doing?
Yeah, I get that, and it's cool, but... Yeah, I get it.
Yes, and I also thank you for stopping. We have a murder investigation to...
Ease into it. Don't go too far.
You really are the law.
Maybe the full-on direct approach wasn't correct.
Looking for something odd?
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the Saint Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo.
Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something. Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something. Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste...
A small cabinet on the...
Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something. Is this...
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on...
We were promised work. We'd be in there, working. Main gate's locked. And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk, like civilized.
It would be better for the neighborhood if...
No!
He seems to be following his... Do not be fooled by the programming. There is a precarious back...
Hola, wondering, Los Ardis? They're an independent They're sort of like you. Preserve the rule of law.
Is he actually comparing you, an officer of the...
Why not? Must be nice being something else for a change.
Hello again, sir.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of little oddly shaped trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked. Ow! Shoot! A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of little oddly shaped trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked. You smash into the wood and see a small crack appear on the doorframe. It's going to take one more try to...
You're not thinking of trying again, are you? What is this place? No, I doubt the electricity still works.
Some specks of dust shimmer and an eerie feeling rises in your chest.
Yes, because no need to look for a supernatural.
A barbell lies. It's 60 kilograms. Your triceps hum at the sight of these weights. Show the world what kind of beast it's dealing with. Lift them. You manage to hoist it off the ground, but the barbell feels wobbly and dangerous. Your hands slick with sweat. Turns out you're no beast.
Proper weightlifting gloves would definitely afford a better grip.
The barbell waits patiently on the floor, like a dog for its master. Conjuring up an inhuman amount of strength, you raise the barbell up in the air. Your biceps tremble, but you're a savage. This is a warm wave of accomplishment washes over your head as you drop the barbell to the floor. For a moment, it feels like you're strong enough to succeed at anything you ever set your...
Good technique.
You broke down? I suppose it's all over now. Okay, I'm willing to listen.
Her facade has dropped.
But before we go on, did you encounter the malignant entity? You did? Then it has to be true. I've suspected that this woman-shaped energy must be connected to the curse ever since I first saw her. Yes, that chimney is part of the building's central furnace. Some unnatural magic, I assume. You should go find the entity and ask what...
Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in scribbles, sketches, and schemes. Like some of the writing has faded with age. These lithe, pointy-eared creatures appear to be different translucent welkins, with organs shining. One of the welkins, towering among the rest, appears. It's Vara Hamira, a high welkin, his face white and scarred like cracked marble. This is clearly a welkin supremacist. The Haldor, the Twarg, the humans, and even headless men, all of them, purged.
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little welkin creatures. Political commentary. That one has a great beard too. This looks like concept art for a project. Some people really like building a world. Just look at those details. So much.
The photo collage depicts barren, icy landscapes. Entire oceans have been frozen from shore to, albeit dark and cold. This vision also feels cozy in it. A pinned postcard reads, "The heat death scenario. A desperate fight for geothermal energy engulfs the world as Wirral becomes untethered from its sun." This is a monthly calendar from the year 50. Cryptic words like sprint, daily minimi, and GPI. It looks a bit like an academic calendar. As time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer and rarer.
Looks like they didn't make it.
A note in the bottom left corner of the chalk. The handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans. Call in. The full text reads, "Heat death of the universe is the new black." Outside, a cold wind wraps the building in its bosom. Snowflakes in the wind. This old fireplace is covered in lines drawn in blue and red. Radio frequencies, it seems. UKV, unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins and capillaries. You think so? The web is comprised of radio stations, all lead back to one red heart, titled, "Looks like a surveillance program." They must have had massive air width. These things don't come. Someone the leader of a massive on-air game built by whoever decides to call in. A list of names under the stations suggests people across 6
My God. It's as if the less money they had, the more ambitious their project became. Exactly. This schedule, I know doom when I see it.
Nothing. It's just... This appears to be
a radio computer.
What he means is that these things... This is the Ream Civic radio computer. Model R. The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal. It's empty, like the filament you have would fit perfectly. Like a smooth draw, the filament slides into place. A bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts... Oh no. It was already glowing and now it's... The static gets louder, slowly.
Good afternoon. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule? The filament you have inserted into the reader. Yes. Is that the production schedule? Good. Please repeat the password. No. I am contractually obliged to protect the privacy of the filament holder Fortress accident without filing a warrant.
I'm afraid we are not doing that.
Now, can you please repeat the password? Still no. Received. I will...
That sounds bad. Don't worry.
Fortress accident. Is there anything else? Fortress accident is the company. One moment. Fortress Accident SCA produces revolutionary interactive calling. Any other questions? Thank you. And
tiles on the cube are still smoldering. Nothing happens.
Yes? Yes? Me? I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation. That's a fair point. All right, for the good of the investigation. What good? Let's change the subject. Yes? Yes?
You see, a terrifying... This ice bear is a hyper-carnivore. The lieutenant doesn't answer. His eyes up. A gust of freezing cold air rushes to the lieutenant takes a peek inside. The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name. You pocket the note and the little fridge magnets. A friendly cartoon bear smiles back at you. From the paper still smells of vanilla and chocolate.
Good question. It looks like an ice cream fridge. I know. What is even worse, the bear is still costing them money to this day.
The fridge buzzes with energy. A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it. It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness, the echo is so prominent.
What are you doing? Wait, really? We should investigate, see if someone's upstairs. You're right. The rooms do look...
Then what was the chatter you heard? A lush layer of... Maybe you could paint something with this coal. Leave still. It's good to have this dirt on you. Real men wear coal for makeup. Something breaks loose in you.
Hello?
And it's a woman. Of course. The malicious entities are always women.
Hello? Did you say anything? I can't hear you. Please...
You hear a low rumble.
After you, officer.
A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall.
There is, yes. And there also appears to be something inside.
Your hand reaches deep into...
Are these any good?
Most of them are rusty and inoperable. Like, take it.
That's a rare sight. Seems to no longer be functional, but still, a beautiful thing. It means there are firearms, albeit inoperable, still lying around in Martinez. It's an interest. Seems like an old bunker from the revolutionary period. Look at all those rifles.
2 cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bin. An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center. An off-key melody.
Kuno, please stop calling here. Grown-ups don't have time for your stupid games. Oh, I'm sorry, officer, but the doorbell is broken and the bookstore shouldn't even be...
A single beep indicates that the line. You ring the door. Just seeing the words Andro Orlando gets your hackles up. All you hear is static, but no one answers. You ring the doorbell, but you wait for a minute or two. But all you get looks like someone has melted half the plastic off with a lighter. You hear static from the you can almost hear them breathe.
Yes, hello, this is Triton.
Wait, but what happened to Slipstream SCA? There's no Tricentennial Electrics on the list. The lieutenant.
It's you.
It's a woman. She must be mistaking you for someone else.
Michelle.
Sounds like a ghost.
Why did you even call? I don't understand. You've been gone ever since.
A spot of static.
It's so nice. It's so nice.
She sounds like the cold is deep under your skin. As if you were she doesn't answer. Silence. The only thing you can hear now is static and waves. Another seagull.
I don't know what happened either. We should probably stop playing with...
You press the number sign on the keypad that terminates the call. 12 name cards on the call box read silence. No one's home at Fortress Accident. Silence. No one answers the doorbell. Nothing happens after you. You're going to just stand there and take it from a doorbell? Like a cat's whiskers, you must...
That's unsanitary.
Silence. No one answers you. This button looks new, but some...
Huh. This button looks new. It's probably not connected yet.
Whatever she says, it can't. Alright. Maybe there's a light buzz. A strange there's the static.
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial.
Here come the bad vibes again. Wait. Is she...
Michelle. Why did you even call? I don't understand.
The voice from the intercom. Your hands are getting cold, and your...
Ever since... As if my mind...
And then it hit. She tries again not to cry. Anger boils up in your chest. Her sound melts. This is where you hung up the call the last time. The phone rings in the office with an old-fashioned chime, and no one replies. But her words are too cold to comprehend.
So, it was a recording trapped in the circuitry from some ancient tenant. This sometimes happens. Don't take this the wrong way, but during our short stint working together, something...
The note is written with a...
Does it say...
This is tangential at best. Someone has scribbled. S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home, ASAP. It's important. I'd do it myself.
I don't know.
Didn't you see one right next to the breaker box?
Really? You don't have... Oh, I'm sure that child would love to get his hands on the filament memory. Someone who owns a radio computer?
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. Turning the crank feels oddly satisfying, like stirring your childhood. 2 cables are plugged into the breaker. Something close to you dies with a soft electric...
Why did you do that?
The lieutenant raises his... Cop of the apocalypse. It's not fire. It's not ash. There will most certainly be a sea of corpses leading up to the... This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting. Turning the crank feels oddly satisfying, like... This orange machine is turning the crank feels oddly satisfying, like stirring your childhood dreams. In the distance, you hear water. The ice squeaks beneath the pry bar. You think you've got... You see the pry bar.
Yeah, well, that's a good pry bar. I'm not criticizing it. But this I have no idea, officer.
Sooner or later, you will stumble upon it.
Hello. Did you try knocking on my window? So what kind of dye are you looking for? Yes, Amelia is like a call-in station. Mostly, they just teach you to swear in different languages. But some of the stations can... Then how did you get inside? By the south entrance? You know what? I'm a novelty dice maker.
As she speaks, her bone-like fingers fiddle with a ring.
Very good. Take a look around and see if there's any particular stone you want. Nothing really.
The lieutenant looks.
Your window looks directly onto...
I'm sorry, detective, but as you know, I usually have my headphones on when I'm working. Well, there's always something going. During daytime, there are usually those kids. But I never saw anyone during that fateful Sunday night, I'm afraid. I might have. But in this case, it's really hard to make anything out in the yard. It's an odd profession, making dice for people.
She nods.
Anything else, officer? We're inside the chimney of an old central furnace. It's strange, but when I arrived here, all the other rooms were taken, so I had to build...
Creative.
When she arrived here, there was no room anywhere else. She must have known the other businesses.
More or less. Are you interested in anyone specific? Yes, I think it was called Androgynous Orlando or something similar. They weren't a big hit around.
You wouldn't like it either. The others would laugh at. It's not about the haircut. It's about the confidence.
I guess it just wasn't the time yet. It wasn't merely a gym, it was Artemitep's boxing club. A community project created to steer at-risk youth away from drugs and crime. A kind man from Zemsk. I heard he had some trouble with the law when he was younger. It didn't. If anything, it made the youth situation in my...
You should have known it.
Eventually, the coalition took away the funding and the club went bankrupt. This was a few years ago. It's gotten... Oh, this one's a mess. Turns out, the business was actually set up as... And they never cleaned up the debris either. Now it's just littering the hallway and I have no idea how. It's a sub-Rosa radio station that broadcasts real murders with real victims. Some people pay good money to get off on it.
What does she mean?
Don't worry, the ICP has a separate division that...
Good luck with that. It's not easy, Cat. You mean Mr. Fabron?
But what drugs exactly?
Anything else? There used to be a fashion atelier here, but I have forgotten the head designer's name. They were doing well for a couple of years. Yeah, the atelier didn't know it either. They produced a certain collection that used chitin among the materials. And you know how all kinds of political movements are big in the Occident. The active and, naturally, all the most fashionable tastemakers refused to be seen in chitin from then on. The atelier went bankrupt before they could finish the collection. Actually, insects do have brains.
As she shifts around, you notice...
Anything else? They were made by a company called Slipstream. After they pivoted from making rotor blades... Honestly, I think it's quite funny. I think he's still sending out holiday... The usual, I imagine. That he's been thinking up all kinds of new...
Men like that are a curse.
Sure, but Slipstream is history. I have no idea why...
Maybe you could make a sword out of one. No, wait, forget it.
Fortress Accident, the radio. They were an interesting bunch. We talked. They certainly took their work very seriously. If the usual, they ran out of money. Well, I did hear them talking. They seemed to believe they were historical individuals on some... Yes, but when the money started to run out, they just began to... In the end, they just didn't get it done. They did...
She's right. Showing up to work on time is hard. No, scratch that.
Not the wisest decision. You would have lost...
The result is 1.
Anything else? Oh boy, the fabled Revachol I see. The place was owned by 2 guys who had some rather innovative ideas about marketing. The bear was... There was really just one. And it involved picking out and by man the booth, I mean slump behind the counter with a...
Fritte does the same thing.
Employing silky teenage girls is a widespread practice, yes. Unfortunately, they always come in packs. I'm talking about acne-ridden girls, and they already had the bear. The bear. Of course not. The bear was terrifying. No one wants ice cream guarded by a hostile. Eventually, Revachol Ice City lost the price war to its rival, Glacé 5000. Glacé 5000 saw caramels. The taxidermist who made it said it was his vision beast.
Scary, but cool.
Megatherion, a mega wild beast. It's an imaginary beast by telling you to do more.
A wise and noble beast, guiding you toward the land where the streets...
Understandable. Anyway, now you know the...
The temperature has dropped.
Anything else? Another failed business, perhaps? Oh, right. I hope you didn't try to ring me. I think none of those doorbells work, including mine. I'm still in the middle of connect. That's right. I haven't even written my name there. As I said, it's quite useless right now. It doesn't work yet. It can't be true. Are you sure it was Slipstream SEA? Was it a tricentennial? It used to be a major electric company.
Whatever happened, keep your cool. It's probably...
Pranks can be eerie. Oh, the kids these days. We were just one of them. It can't be true. Are you sure it was Slipstream tricentennial? It used to be a
Whatever happened, keep your cool.
A prank is more likely, no? Oh, the kids these... You could say so. Both houses were built at the same...
If the Whirling is part of the same building, then it's part of the Dune commercial area. The darkness of this place is there, too.
Yes. I've heard it used to be a gaming arcade. This is...
You know, this is something...
My advice? Don't base your business on a fact. I don't know this guard, but something tells me he won't. Why would Slipstream SEA? I'm still convinced.
My money is on electrical anomaly. I've heard of it.
Sure, I'm listening. I'm pretty sure it still doesn't work, but sure, I'm listening. Good. I hope it clarified things a bit. I've heard the stories, but I don't think those stories... Plaisance, the bookshop lady? I've heard that her business is doing rather well. Have the energy spared her somehow? Oh, right. But it's not just the bookstore that's still up and running. What about the Whirling in Rags? Some people say it's part of the building and then there is me. I've been here for 14 years, selling no...
It's because she's in cahoots with the demons.
What, so the curse...
The jig is up. The she-demon knows you've uncovered her true identity.
Exactly. But I'm glad we got this sorted out. Anything else I can help you with today? How did I become...
She doesn't let it show.
Some of my friends were role players. They asked me to make some polyhedral dye. Not especially. I like working with rare materials and a steady... Of course. Tell me what you have in mind. A star that fell from the firmament? Those cost more than... Yes, you definitely have the proper attitude. How about a pair of 10 real, and I can get these ready in 8 hours. It's true, magnetic dyes are definitely different. When rolled together, the magnetic... Maybe you have some other ideas for dyes? Ah, yes. For the Wiro untethered dye is a variation of... I'm thinking something made from alligator jawbone, cast in black resin. The reptile bone is as white as ice, and dead, untreated bone is porous and prone to chipping. Cast it in something hard like red. Maybe you have some other ideas? A star that fell... Yes, you definitely have 10 real, and I can get these ready. Great. See you in 8 hours then. Was there anything else?
What have you found? A novelty dice maker? Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery? Sometimes I don't understand. If it...
She's squeezing on the pen. Just don't say you don't have any answer yet. The uncertainty is killing her.
Too many inconsistencies. Yes, because her business consists of the psychic leak. I see that you've fallen for her Thank you for nothing. Please, do...
Wow. Total anger and loneliness.
I am sorry we had to disappoint you, ma'am.
Then why are you talking to me? Everything is on the shelves.
She smiles and nods. Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here. Yeah.
Why must we stop?
Hello?
A sturdy metal door rattled.
Stop banging on the door! Ha! The police? No. Go check the back.
Madame, I assure you.
Nothing more.
Yes, we are.
Yes, permit me to conclude with this. And if those authorities drink so... It's a neurological disorder. Well, it's either barrier... That seems...
What this boils down to is, this reality thing is stupid. She stares at you, head tilted to the side, with a slightly concerned, a strange cold. The doubt is fully formed.
What I am not is a basic term of reality. Glad to have been of assistance. The little...
You see a young man.
Not looking for any trouble, officer. I don't want to be seen talking to the gendarmerie.
It's the god of cigarettes and youth. Ask him if he's got anything to spare.
Is it really that
Like a nervous...
All right, but make it quick.
By God, this young man has the body...
I can tell that you finally got him down.
What were you doing last Sunday?
Oh. You already asked me that, didn't you? No, not you.
And when did you speak to this more...
Last week? I don't know. Look.
You didn't answer the question.
It was my Sunday for...
Hey, Sunday. Makes sense. Friends are nice on... He doesn't. Someone hides behind a curtain. Those windows...
My name?
Martin Martinez?
Occasionally. No. I just like to look good. Trust me, I'm not a team player. No. Now, if you'll excuse me, I really need to get going.
This isn't the place or time for questions. Who knows who might... For a moment, the man...
I am sorry, but I really don't...
But, hold on. It's a sign.
Good luck with the investigation.
He's gone. No point in running. Tenements, he could be a witness. He did leave us a sign. Did you see that? If we find a way inside the building...
A stone, like any other. There's a key beneath it.
This must be for the front door. We'll just have to go in.